Recap. One night in New York, a 29-year-old man is attacked by a strange creature. Afterward, he experiences intense sensations during moonlit nights. He records his symptoms and discovers he's been pulled into a werewolf clan. The only escape is to destroy the clan's master, a powerful silver-gray werewolf. The man trains, hunts, and finally confronts the master on a moonlit rooftop, where he fights to reclaim his life. Chapter 1. Night Bite. My name isn't important. What happened to me is. I remember the sound first. A low, wet scrape under the hum of neon. I had left a tiny bar on East 7th, shoes slapping puddled pavement, the city muffled by rain. A stray dog howled. Someone laughed on the corner. Then something lunged from an alley. Too fast, too animal. My shoulder exploded with pain. I tasted iron. I saw eyes, red and bright. Before the world rolled, I managed to stagger home, stitches and police reports optional against the private panic that bloomed inside me. I thought it was a mugging gone wrong. Nothing in New York stays mystical for long. We rationalize. We move on. I couldn't. Chapter 2. Moonlight Symptoms. At first it was small. Restless nights, a phantom hunger that wasn't satisfied with food. Then came the sensitivity. The moon made my skin ache, light buzzing along my nerves like electricity. Sounds sharpened. I could smell rain blocks away, hear the artery-quickening breath of subway rats. I started keeping a journal. I tracked the nights, the changes. Full moons drew nightmares into awake life. Once, I woke on the roof with no memory of climbing up there and my sneakers torn. I found deep, unfamiliar hair along my forearms that hadn't belonged there the week before. Documenting was the only way to keep my sanity. Naming things reduced their power. Chapter 3. The Pack. Research led me to a rumor. Rumors to a subway shaft. And the subway shaft to a congregation of shadows. I followed footsteps into the old DeKalb tunnels. New York's underbelly smelled of rust and old breath. There I saw them, a gathering that wasn't human in full, not animal in full, heads bowed to a shape at the center. The leader stood taller than the rest, even in two legs. His hair was silver-gray, his eyes burned red. He spoke, and the others moved like tide. He knew me, or at least the mark I carried since the bite. It was then I learned the truth. The bite tied me to a clan. I was marked, an affiliate, and under their laws unless the master was destroyed. Chapter 4. Preparation. Freedom had a price. The stories said only killing the master broke the bond. There was no priest, no cure, just a brutal contract written in tooth and paw. I trained. I scavenged. Silver isn't a magic from movies, but it leaves marks. I learned the master's patterns. Rooftop preening, a territorial circuit that traced the island like a wound. The city became a map of vulnerabilities and weapons. By day I was normal, a man with a job and a coffee-stained shirt. By night I was hungry, sometimes feral, sometimes lucid enough to hold a blade. Chapter 5. Turning. The night I faced myself was the night I stopped pretending I controlled everything. On a rooftop with a skyline spread like cathedral glass, the moon full and cold, I felt the change come like a tide. Bones shifted. Cloth tore. I became something both of and removed from myself. Faster, stronger, rawer. My eyes glowed green, and for a terrifying instant I knew how easy it would be to let that creature rule me forever. But memory held in the corners. My father's voice, the smell of my mother's kitchen, pulled me back. Becoming didn't erase who I was. It only added new weight. Chapter 6. Rooftop Duel. We met under a moon the color of old coins. He was more than legend, a werewolf of athletic build, sharpened teeth and claws, silver-gray hair and glowing red eyes who moved like the city itself. Patient, hungry, inevitable. The fight was a series of strikes and counters, concrete and metal ringing underfoot. He had strength I didn't expect, and a cruelty like winter. I struck for tendon and throat, though not without paying for every inch. The silver did its work. It burned. He howled a sound that made my teeth ache. He fell. As he did, centuries of command cracked like ice. I felt the bond snatch free inside my chest and go slack when dawn bled into the skyline. I was alone on the concrete with a blade in my hand and my mark fading into ordinary scars. Freedom tasted like cold air and salt. I walked away, but New York had already marked me deeper than any bite. If you enjoyed this story, please subscribe to the channel, activate notifications, give the video a like, leave a comment with your thoughts, and share the video with friends.